You are about to reap so many amazing rewards and it's going to feel so good. Welcome in, Leo, to your mid-January 2024 money and career tarot reading. Let's begin by pulling a couple of these small money and career oracles and then jump into the tarot. But it feels like a time of progress coming to be. It's a time period for you, Leo, where there's more than you had in the beginning chunks of the month, right? The first couple of weeks. The second half of the month feels more successful for you. It feels like a time of things turning around, a time for you where you can maybe get more so ahead. You can start to, clean up your finances for some. But I do see a lot of career success. And for some, that is split up in different ways between a couple, if not at most a few different career opportunities. But to begin, or rather to continue, for my lovely Leos that did a backflip, gaining abundance. And when I said backflip, they did give me the image, the vibe, if you will, that at certain points in the remainder of January, you're going to be putting on a bit of a show, whether you're choosing to and or it just ends up being inevitable or comes to be. It comes with the nature of us being a Leo, but I do feel like it's a time for you where there's abundance left and right. And I feel like this is meant to push you forward towards more. But it may also remind you and or inform you for the first time that you deserve and want something different, a different form of abundance, if you will. It may be you decide or reminded you want a new kind of living situation. You may want to move far away for some. It may be in regards to a different type of career situation you desire or feel is best fit for you. But either way, it's a time period of a lot of abundance. And I feel like financial rewards is a huge, huge gain, a huge part of that for you. But a golden opportunity is definitely at hand. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's it's a time for you individually to be making a difference and to be making a stamp for yourself in this world. But it's a time for you where a lot of which onto the reading, there's a golden opportunity to make more money, to gain more financial rewards, at the very least in one, if not multiple ways. This is going to help you in a very golden way to succeed more. And you're going to feel like things are just aligning for you, working to your advantage. People feel very grateful, very appreciative of you. People are viewing you as a form of abundance in their life, whether it's online and or in person, you name it. You're being viewed as abundance while you gain so much abundance for yourself. But yeah, I feel like a lot of good karma is flowing towards you and you're thinking about the good and the bad, the pros and the cons of what you're continuing, maybe in regards to whether or not to continue something moving forward. And definitely could pertain to that golden opportunity, if not certain other options at hand. But I feel like some of which this is a long time coming. This could also speak upon a business idea, maybe an expansion, a connection of some sort to help you gain more, to maybe progress something a bit quicker. But I wouldn't be surprised if something's doing a lot better that you're continuing than even in comparison to the first half of the month. But for some, it rewinds definitely further back. But yeah, something's doing better. You're doing better. It feels like there's just in the nick of time kind of gaining taking place. Now, just for a random example, say you need a job and you just in the nick of time get this job to help gain the finances to support this new endeavor or to make something last, maybe to invest in something else. But it may not feel fully like that, but it is in Spirit's eyes just in the nick of time and definite divine timing at play. I want to remind you, or maybe inform for some of you, that there is divine timing and guidance and prevention at play from your spirit guides when it comes to when to get things done, when something actually gets accomplished, when you actually can't get things done at certain points. It reminds me of me trying to get a daily reading done before this, and it wasn't meant to happen, at least not in that moment. I was meant to jump to your reading. And so trust in the divine order, the divine shuffling, divine detour for some select Leos, just divine guidance and timing all the meanwhile. It needs to be trusted. But let's stop shuffling to continue for Leo. All right, flopping out, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, as well as the Six of Pentacles in reverse to be turned in the upright. Okay, so we're going from feeling a bit restricted, a bit tied down and limited to it feels like that restriction, that tying down or limitation is being released, and we're moving towards more abundance, more rewards. And again, financial is just part of it, but it feels like the most rewarding to you for one, if not multiple reasons. But in a situation that doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. It feels very much like a foundation where you're reaping the fruits of your labor, your harvest, if you will. But that harvest is meant to grow, snowball, and reap you more rewards moving forward. But it feels like there's a huge focus on how that's meant to go the distance, or at least help you go the distance moving forward, and then has its inevitable dissipating point or ending point. But I also feel like there's some Leos drawn to the reading where this golden opportunity won't feel trapping, horrible wording. It won't feel like it's trapping you, right? Even if it's a job or a type of career opportunity that normally or has in the past has left you feeling a bit locked in, restricted, right? You know, looking at the clock a lot is a sign of that. You are going to find that this new opportunity, maybe even the continuation of one for some due to one, if not multiple adjustments, the situation doesn't make you feel that way, and you're gaining abundance, maybe even more of which because you feel that way. A sense of comfort and wanting to put in the effort, wanting to work towards more for yourself. Beautiful. But let's pull a couple more. The Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords at the bottom, and the Emperor. I'm hearing strategic as well as the word strategy. You're being more methodical, more thought out than people think in the moment, or it appears. Maybe even more than you realize. But I do sense that in certain ways, maybe out of protection for what you want to go the distance, what you wish to see successful, and maybe in regards to what you wish to gain more so, or in general moving forward, you're making certain protective cuts. All right. Maybe this is in regards to where you're putting your money. This could be in regards to where you're putting your energy, your resources, you name it. Definitely habits playing, or one in particular playing into that for a lot drawn to the reading. But I wouldn't be surprised as well if something that's working to your advantage, if not multiple aspects of your money and career situations, are working to your advantage in the remainder of January. And it just reminds you of the inevitable protection that spirit and your intuition has been providing you with the dodging of certain bullets, I want to say, preventing this or that once again. And so remind yourself as the month trickles on, as you step into February, that you're protected, that things are working out for you, and that you never miss, or what is meant for you is never going to miss you, right? So either way or both. They're basically saying, to wrap that up with a bow, what's meant to be will be, period. And I feel like being drawn to this reading, it's a time for you where you're being reminded or informed of the fact that you're meant for so much more. It could be in regards to where you're living and or working, maybe where you're running your business. Even though I feel like there's more success, more abundance once again than before this period, you're still meant for so much more than you're gaining, you're experiencing at this time. But it does, they're saying it tastes good either way. And I feel like you're being pushed towards a new investment of some sort. It doesn't feel like this, but there's a sense of preparation and prevention, pushing and pulling you towards another opportunity down the line. Could be in February. I feel like for some it's more March or April, but I feel like this is going to change the game for you big time in a very comfortable manner, in a very different way. I feel like it's a definite change of scenery for some, and a change in energy. You may also find that in the remainder of January, my friend, your energy is a bit different, if not fully different, whether it's because of your changes outside of you and or within you that you're going through or have been. It could be more in regards to things working out for you, right? One bit of abundance here, one reward here, and then there, and it leaves you glowing. It leaves you eating things up and wanting to remotivate yourself or just stay motivated. That hunger definitely growing throughout the month at certain points, or the remainder of the month rather. I just heard a mouthful, and I feel like my readings, you could be spitting out a lot of information, a lot of advice for some, having a lot to say in general. And it's definitely important that you get your Leo voice out there in the remainder of the month, as I just saw 10:10 and 10:11 on the timestamp. But they're reminding you that when you're not being spoken through by spirit, some of which that doesn't even happen, being drawn to this reading, you will need to take a deep breath or bite your tongue, because less is more in a scenario. And if that's the case in that moment, you'll feel it intuitively. Yeah, so it's a remainder of the month to get ready to wrap this up, where you're going to be feeling things quite intuitively. So utilize that to your advantage and to a situation's advantage. But at the split deck, the Ace of Swords and the Sun card talking about clarity stemming from you, flowing towards you. But it is a time period for you where you're meant to make your way to wrap up January feeling very, fruitful, very rewarded. And part of this abundance, part of these rewards that are showering on in for you is financial. Again, that's what you're prioritizing. You're putting the most value on. But there's so many different rewards to be eaten up. It feels like a very golden time for you, Leo, where again, you're meant to succeed. Beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll definitely see you next time.